Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ricky, and today I'm gonna share how I got to optometry school. Now, before sharing this story, I did just want to say that I did get accepted to optometry school and started the program. And after about 2 months into the program, I decided that this wasn't what I was looking for and decided to withdraw from the program in order to pursue a different opportunity. So I'm not in optometry school anymore. I do just want to share how I got to optometry school. So let's start with my undergrad. I went to University of Wisconsin, Green Bay. It's a small university, probably like 12,000 students. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But yeah, probably around there, and it's just right in my hometown, so I could live at home and just drive to school and save a lot of money that way because I knew optometry school was going to be expensive. So at my undergrad university, there wasn't really a pre-med option. So everyone that was pursuing a medical professional degree was human biology as their major. I completed my degree in 4 years and I graduated in May 2018. The application cycle opened on, I believe, July 1st, 2017, or very shortly before that, and I submitted my applications by August 1st, I believe. I applied to Illinois College of Optometry, Massachusetts College of Professional Health Sciences, and Western University in California. I submitted those applications by the beginning of August, but I didn't take the optometry admissions test or the OAT until I think it was August 8th. So when I took the OAT or optometry admission test, I studied for it for probably about 3 to 4 months. And I studied at least an hour every day, but usually more like 4 hours every day. And the week prior to my test, I studied for like 8 hours every day. I used the Kaplan book. It's like a big purple OAT study guide book. And in it, they had each section of the OAT, and they had, I think they had codes for like 2 online practice tests that were the same amount of time as the OAT and like the same number of questions and that kind of thing. So I did take both of those tests. I submitted my OAT scores afterwards, which is something you can do. I would probably recommend that since optometry admissions are on a rolling basis. So the faster you get your application in, the better chances you have of getting an interview since they have admitted less students at that point. So I submitted my application, then took the OAT, and then my scores were finalized and added to my application about 2 weeks after I took the OAT. However, some schools allow you to submit your unofficial scores, which you get right after taking the test, like the same day. And I was able to submit my unofficial scores right away to Illinois College of Optometry. I submitted my scores to them, and then 2 weeks later, of course, my scores were finalized and sent to Western and MCPHS. About a week after submitting my unofficial scores to ICO, I did receive a request to complete their supplemental application. So I did complete their supplemental application the next day and submitted it, and it just asked I think it was 3 short essay questions, I believe. Then about a week after that, so right as my scores were being finalized and sent to the other schools, I received an interview request for ICO. So I accepted it and scheduled my interview for about the middle of September, I believe. I had that scheduled, and I still hadn't heard anything from the other schools yet. ICO was my top school just because it is closest to my hometown in Wisconsin, and with it being in Chicago, it was within driving distance, so that was pretty ideal, just to be close to family and everything like that. I had my interview then in middle to end of September, and I got there the night before, stayed the night, and then had my interview and did like a tour and all of this other stuff. It basically takes the whole day at school, and then drove home after I was done. Had told us at our interview that we should find out whether or not we're admitted in about like 2 weeks, and you only find out via the mail, so they don't do like email acceptances. However, they did say that the admissions committee meets every other Thursday to discuss the applicants and see which ones or decide which ones get in and that kind of thing. So they were meeting the Thursday of my interview, and my interview was on that Monday, and then they were meeting on that Thursday. So if you really wanted to know, you could call them and they could give you your results over the phone. So I did decide to call them because I just couldn't wait, since ICO was my top choice, and I did get accepted. And over the phone, they let me know that I was accepted, but I didn't receive the acceptance letter via the mail, like the official one, until about a week later. In the meantime, I did receive an interview request from MCPHS, but I declined because I had been accepted to ICO and it was my top choice. And at that point, I also withdrew my application from Western University in California. So after being accepted, you submit your tuition deposit. So then I knew I was going to ICO for basically my entire senior year of undergrad, which was great because then I could make plans. Specifically, my fiance and I at the time were planning our wedding before we moved to Chicago. That way we could make plans as far as like his job and find the right apartment and make a timeline for everything. So school was gonna start in the beginning of August 2018. So we got married in June, and then we also moved in June. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys like a brief overview of my optometry school journey. If you're interested in hearing any other specifics of how I got to optometry school, what optometry school was like, taking the OET, basically anything, comment down below and let me know, and I would love to make a video explaining it. I just know that optometry school at one point was my dream, and I looked anywhere and everywhere for any information I could get about applying to optometry school, what optometry school was like, everything like that, and there wasn't really a lot of stuff out there. So let me know if you guys are interested, and I would love to make a video for that. Otherwise, that's my little overview, and I'll see you guys next time.